am Kashmir the Vibe. You are watching Views with the Vibe. The month of November has been very hectic for me. It was my B-Day month. A lot of crazy things has been happening, so I got a little behind with my uploads, but I'm back at it. And I came up with a new a category for this month. Instead of watching movies, I watched stand-up specials, stand-up comedy specials, okay? And it was very fun. I love to laugh. I told you, comedy is the gateway to my soul. Make me laugh, make me smile, and you in there. And so let's get right on into it. The other day I watched this comedy special. It came on Netflix and it was by Shay. It's called Shame the Devil. Again, it's on Netflix. I want to say, I believe it came out, let me see. So it came out, this comedy special came out about 2 weeks ago, November 11th. And again, it's Shay, Shame the Devil on Netflix, okay? I'ma just start by saying, first and foremost, make sure to like this video. Subscribe to my channel, okay? Subscribe to this channel if you want to get more reviews so that you can find things that appeal to your nature. I'm watching all type of stuff and I'm giving, you guys the real, what it's about, is it worth watching, and all of that. So subscribe and share to your friends if you know that they're looking for something to watch. If you think that it was good, blah, 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 like it. Just like my video, okay? And it was his first comedy special in about 5 years, so he says. He did this show in Oakland, California, and overall, I'm gonna just tell you, it was very funny. Serious. So he shot in Oakland, and he started off the show with like some simple jokes about like San Francisco. You can be anything you want to be in San Francisco, like be a crackhead, be whatever you want to be in San Francisco, he said. And so please, if I'm for no like copyright issues, I'm not going to go into details super much about like what he was talking about. I'm just going to mention things that he mentioned, and I can give you a somewhat idea of like how the show was formatted. He also discussed men being obsessed with their dicks, which is something that I believe is 100% true. I don't know why, but I guess it's the same thing, because I think females, they are pretty much obsessed with their bodies as well. So it's understandable. He talked about that. He talked about the vaccines being free and saying like, with the history of America, like anything that they give you for free must not be the good shit. If they give you something for free, it's a catch to it, because the good shit is usually stuff that you have to pay an arm and a leg for. So he mentioned stuff like that. He was talking about black leadership, how it is super, super important to have this. And that we, for our movement, for like our Black Lives Matter movement, and NAACP, all of that good stuff, we don't have the structure and the proper leadership to get things done like how these other minority and discriminated against communities do. They come together and they get shit done. They get laws, rights, all of that. And black people, we still get in the bottom of the motherfucking barrel. So he was saying black leadership is super important, and we need to really hop on that and start taking that seriously. We can't be multitasking. We need somebody that's going to be on it 24/7, okay? And I agree. He also mentioned just like not feeling American sometimes. Like, we live in America, but we don't always feel American. We feel like, well, I don't feel like, but sometimes people in powerful positions, they make you feel like you less than and things like that, even though you're really not. I don't really feel American I'm from here. That's it. Like, I don't feel American either. It was a lot of like relatable things that he was talking about, like super duper important things. So it's just like, come on now, this is comedy. Like that's one thing about comedy specials that I like. If it's successful, it's going to bring about the conversation, the deeper conversation. Like, you're gonna laugh at some jokes, but you're gonna know that deep down it's true as fuck, and that there needs to be some action. We need to do something about it. So he definitely hit home for that. One of the things he was talking about that I can super duper relate to, because I am a delivery driver. So he was talking about like, too many flags is a red flag. Yes, the fuck it is. Well, for one, anything that's like super patriotic, if I see too many American flags in your yard, automatically off rip, I'm assuming that you are racist, that you go hard for your country, that you don't care about me and my skin color and who my kids will be, who my family is. You don't give a fuck about none of that. And that's just because, like, the history of America, the history of American flag is like shit on black people. So if I see that in your yard, I feel like you automatically want to shit on black people. Even if you don't, even if you just feel like you want to make America a better place and whatnot, it's just like, come on now, that's where you're gonna start. That's where you're gonna start. Star Spangled Banner and shit. Like, no. He also mentioned some things about R. Kelly. You know, R. Kelly is always going to be a hot topic for some reason. Like, his story is such a fucking tragedy. There's always going to be jokes about R. Kelly. People are always going to say white people don't know about the R. Kelly stories. He also said that, like, black people have to pretend that we're just now finding out about R. Kelly and the sneaky shit that he been doing, even though we all know he was into some funny shit. Shay, he went on about how a lot of black people, we don't vote Democrat, we just vote not Republican, because we know what Republican is going to do for us. Squat. So he was bringing that up. He also got me hit to something about Caitlyn Jenner. Did you guys know that she killed someone with her car? Caitlyn Jenner killed someone with her car. I don't exactly know how long ago it was, but it's definitely something to look into. He also mentioned, as far as mental health, he was bringing up how they're just now saying that, like, black mental health is a thing. Depression and all that stuff can happen to black people as well. It's not just a white person's disease. And I feel like that struck home a little bit, because it's like, we as a black people often are just looked up as like, we're supposed to be indestructible, we're supposed to be strong all the time, we're supposed to know everything right from wrong, we're supposed to be kind, we're supposed to be submissive, we're supposed to be this, that, and the third, work hard, stress-free, all of this shit. But it's like, how, when these are the conditions that were placed upon us and our ancestors and our ancestors and ancestors and ancestors before us, like, that shit runs deep in our blood, the traumatic history. So it's hard to get ahead when you got all this shit on your back. And I just feel like that was what the gist of his comedy special was about. I believe it was probably only about like an hour long. And overall, it was a really nice special. I enjoyed it. I laughed. I also, you know, did a lot of yeah, stuff like that, because it's the truth. He was very much stating the truth. So if you need something funny yet, you know, it's gonna wake you up a little bit, watch this special. It's called Shame the Devil on Netflix. It was very good. If I could rate it, I would give it an 8. I'd give it an 8 or 9, to be honest. An 8 or 9. It was very entertaining. It was short, quick. It got the giggle out of me. And I would advise anyone else to watch it. If you have already watched this, though, please let me know in the comments below how you feel about it. If it was a good special, if you didn't like the topics he was talking about, there's no reason why you shouldn't have, approved of what he was saying, because it was facts, okay? And wrapping it up, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in for another great review. Share to your friends, family, anyone interested. Leave comments, like this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, okay? Subscribe to my channel. Let's grow, okay? Let's grow. And also, if you want any free promotion, if you got any shirts, watches, anything, hats, scarves, whatever you can sell, if you want it promoted on YouTube, on my platform, please let me know as well. I'd be more than happy to do so. Okay? So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching Views with the Vibe. I'm Cashmere the Vibe. You can follow me on IG, and you can follow me on TikTok at CASHMIR the VYBE. That's Cashmere the Vibe on all platforms. Okay? Good night.